Hi everyone. So today we shall discuss regarding the origin and functions of cranial nerves. Okay. So what do you mean by cranial nerves? The nerves which originate from the brain or from the brain stem are known as the cranial nerves. So these cranial nerves, we have a total of 12 cranial nerves in our body, and there are in these cranial nerves there are two types, that is the efferent and the efferent. That is the sensory and the motor. Fine. So when we have the signals from certain organ to the brain, then it is known as sensory. That is the efferent nerve. Whereas from brain to different organs, then it is known as motor. That is the efferent. Okay guys, when the signals or from when there is information, carrying of the information from organs to the brain, from different organs, from the legs, from the hands, from the heart, kidneys, whatever that might be, from the organs to the brain, then it is known as sensory or efferent. Whereas when we send the signals from information from brain to the organs, then it is motor or efferent. Just remember, motor, when it will start, when we send the signals, then only it will start, right? So from brain to organs, then it is motor efferent. So that is about the 12 cranial nerves, which might be sensory nerves or motor nerves. Some cranial nerves act as only sensory nerves, some act as motor nerves, and some act as both sensory and motor nerves, efferent and efferent nerves. So that is the basic introduction part. So the main function of this cranial nerve is to just transfer the information information from the brain to the organs or from the organs to the brain. That is the main function of these cranial nerves, to function properly, right? If they are sending the information to the like our eyes, they are helping our muscles to turn our eyes from left to right, right to left. So if this information is not sent to the eyes through these nerves, the eye cannot rotate from left to right and right to left. So that is the main functions of these nerves. So let me explain from where they have been originated and what are their functions, right? So for your easy explanation, so this is the diagrammatic representation of the brain with the nerves. So we shall go in depth of this. So, for your easy understanding, all the nerves, all the cranial nerves which have been originated from the brain or brain stem are being divided into different colors, right? They have been explained with different colors. You can see here green, blue, red, pink, purple, right? So that is for your easy understanding. So let me start the topic with the what was the first one? The first one of the cranial what we said over here, the origin of the cranial nerves, right? The origin and function. So inside the brain, from where they have been started, right? So when we come back to over here, right? Yes. So as we said, there are total 12 cranial nerves, right? There are a total of, oh my god, yes, Okay, so there are a total of 12 cranial nerves. So the first cranial nerve is the olfactory nerve. Okay, the first cranial nerve is the olfactory nerve. So here you can see this green part, right? So it is been originated from cerebrum. So this area is the cerebrum area. So from here it is been originated, that is the olfactory nerve. We have already studied about the olfactory nerve, which is for olfaction, that is smell, right? It is associated with nose. Okay, so it is a sensory nerve. Understood? It brings the signals from the organ, from the nose to the brain, then only we can detect it. Okay, so that is about the cranial nerve 1. Next comes our cranial nerve 2, that is this blue portion. Okay, this is the optic nerve. Okay, this is also originated from the cerebrum, which is essential for, which is a sensory nerve essential for vision. Okay, for from eye, optic nerve is there, no, it produces the signal to the brain. Okay, then comes our third, fourth and sixth. We will talk about the fifth one later. So firstly we will go with the third, which is known as the oculomotor. Okay, third one, which is the oculomotor. Okay, which is originated from the midbrain, which is originated from the midbrain. Okay, and it is a motor nerve. The above two were sensory nerves, and this is the motor nerve, which is essential for the eye movement. Okay, eyelid elevation, pupillary constriction, pupil constriction will be there, no. Next, lens accommodation. All these things are essential with this oculomotor. This one, these two. Okay, which is originated from the midbrain. Next one is the trochlear. Okay, that is the fourth one. This side two tubes like things are there, no, that is the trochlear. Okay, trochlear. Trochlear is also originated from the midbrain. Its function is also motor. Okay, it is also essential for eye movement. And the sixth one, that is over here. You can see it clearly. It is present over here, right? So it is known as abducens. Okay, abducens nerve. ABDUCENS, abducens nerve. Okay, which has been obtained from pontomedullary region, like it is the junction of pons and medulla. Okay, it is the junction of pons and medulla, that's why it is known as pontomedullary region. So it is also a motor nerve, which is essential for eye movement. So you can easily remember 3, 4 and 6, okay, are motor nerves, which are essential for eye movement. Okay, eye movement and eye movement. Okay, next is the fifth one, that is trigeminal. Okay, that is over here. You can see, right, the white color one. So that is the trigeminal, which has been originated from the pons. Okay, this has been originated from the pons. Why it is known as trigeminal means it produces both nerves, that is the sensory nerve and the motor nerve. Like it produces the signals to the organs and also brings back the signals from the organs to the brain. Okay, so that's why it is the trigeminal. And why it is known as that's not the meaning of the trigeminal. It produces both the sensory and it produces both the sensory and motor nerves, but the main thing is in facial, okay, under facial it produces V1, V2, V3. Okay, three nerves. Okay, V1, V2, V3, three nerves. That's why it is known as trigeminal. Facial means the above part, that is the eye region. It produces the eye movements or the eye expressions. Everything are been produced by the facial nerve V1. V2 is the maxilla. Okay, upper jaw. Okay, and the V3 is the mandible, the lower jaw. Okay, 1 second, guys. I don't know how to remove this. Yes, it will not fall down. 1 second. Yes. Okay. Okay, so that's the main reason of why we have called it as trigeminal, because it produces three functions. The facial nerve which is present produces three functions, that is the V1, V2 and the V3. Okay. Yes, that is the V1, V2 and the V3. It produces the sensory as well as the motor. In sensory, it produces the facial V1, V2, V3, and also in tongue, anterior two-third portion. Okay, for sense of taste. Okay, so anterior two-third portion of the tongue only it produces the nerves. Whereas in motor case, it is helpful for mastication. Mastication means biting and chewing. Understood, guys? So that is the fifth one, that is the trigeminal, which has been obtained from the pons region. Okay, pons region, that is having sensory and motor nerves, both sensory and motor nerves. Inside sensory, it is having facial nerves, which produces to three regions, that is V1, V2, V3. That is the V1 is the upper region of our face, that is the near the eyes region, and the maxillary region and the mandible region, V2, V3. Okay, and next comes our seventh one. Okay, seventh one is the facial, which is also obtained, facial nerve, which is also obtained from pontomedullary medullary region. Okay, so that is over here, you can see the blue one. Okay, the blue one. So it is having taste. Here we have seen, right, anterior two-third, right? So same thing, sensory taste produces from anterior two-third, and motor region produces facial expressions, eye closing, salivation, okay, and lacrimization, like means it produces tears, okay, and also helps in producing saliva. So that is about our facial nerves. That is the seventh one. Next, coming to the eighth one, that is the vestibulo-ocular, okay, nerve, vestibulo-ocular nerve, which is also from the pontomedullary region, that is our pons and medulla junction, right? So it is also having the sensory nerve where it has been present. It has been present over here, this purple region, right? You can see it, right? The purple one. So the vestibulo-ocular, that is also known as auditory, right? So it is having sensory, that is balance and hearing. So from the ear, the signals are being obtained from the eighth one. Next comes the ninth, that is the glossopharyngeal. Glosso means, okay, what do you mean by glosso? It's the tongue. Pharyngeal means our pharynx. Okay, so it is associated with the taste and sensation of the tongue and the pharynx region. So that is over here, this one. Okay, that is the ninth one, glossopharyngeal. So it is helpful for taste sensation of the posterior four-third. Above one, all we have seen the taste of the anterior two-third, here and the here. We have seen the anterior two-third portions, right? So here we have seen the posterior, okay, posterior one-third portion, okay, remaining portion of the glossopharyngeal. And also it produces motor nerves. Motor nerves are helpful for swallowing and salivation. Okay, so the muscles which are associated for swallowing the food and producing salivation, for that these nerves are been essential. Next comes our 10th, that is the vagus nerve, very essential nerve. It is also known as vagrant nerve. Okay, why it has obtained this vagrant name means, or vagus name means, because it goes on wandering to the whole parts of the body. Okay, because of the wandering nature, it has obtained this vagus name. Okay, it has been found in the medulla oblongata. Thus it has both sensory and motor activity. The sensory activity means it is been seen under the ear skin, pharynx, larynx, thorax, okay, thorax, abdomen, taste, salivation of the epiglottis, all those areas it can be seen. Whereas for motor, swallowing, speech, cough, okay, and inside autonomic nervous system, that is parasympathetic nervous system, also we have seen the vagus nerve, which is essential for lowering the heart rate, increasing gastrointestinal motility, and for sweating. Okay, that is about our vagus nerve, which is most essential and very very important nerve among the all cranial nerves. Okay, next comes our 11th one, that is this one. Okay, that is the accessory nerve, which is also known as spinal accessory nerve. Okay, accessory nerve or spinal accessory nerve, which is also obtained from medulla oblongata. Okay, medulla oblongata, and it has the motor activity. Okay, that is the shoulder shrugging, shoulders, we move our shoulders, right? For that reason we require that. And head turnings, and also required for head turnings, head right to left, up and below, right? We move those all things, so for that reason it has been required, this accessory spinal nerve or spinal accessory nerve. And the last one is the hypoglossal. Okay, that is over here, this one. Okay, hypoglossal. So hypo means under, glosso means tongue. Okay, that is the hypoglossal. So it is also obtained from medulla oblongata. Okay, so it is having motor action. So you guys have to remember this motor actions, and where motor actions are seen, where both sensory and motor are seen, and where only sensory are seen. Okay, there are only two sensories, remaining all things you can see motor and sensory and motor together. So in that way you can easily remember the topic. And also this last one which I told you, hypoglossal, which is essential for tongue movement. Okay, so and also if you remember the image, it will be very easy for you to like remember all the, yes, to remember all the what we say, all the cranial nerves, right? Because it has shown the diagrammatic representation, so which will be easily understood by you. Okay, so just if you can draw this and point out what are the things, olfactory, okay, optic, okay, all those things could be easily what we say can be recollected and remembered very easily, right? So olfactory, optic, oculomotor, trochlear, okay, next trigeminal, next abducens, facial nerve, vestibulo-ocular nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve, next the vagus nerve, okay, accessory nerve or spinal accessory nerve, okay, and finally the hypoglossal nerve. All these things you need to have on your tip of the tongue. That's why this topic is very very important. So next will be yes, that was about the origin and the functions. So I've also explained regarding the functions, right? So for easy what we say, for easy remembrance, okay, we can also have a small presentation. Let me show you that. So there are almost 12, right? 12 cranial nerves, right? So firstly we will go with the first one, that is number 1. Okay, that is number 1, which is our nose, right? The first one was the, yes, okay, yes, the first one was the nose, right? The olfactory smell. Okay, so we have drawn the number 1. Okay guys, next is our 2, right? We have number 2. So 2 is essential for what? It is been essential for optic, that is for our eyes, right? So we need to draw two eyes. Okay, that is 2. Nose is over, okay, and then as our eyes. Okay, and we also know that the 3, okay, 3, 4 and the 6, 3, 4 and 6 are essential. They are also essential for eye movement and eye movement, right? So then comes our 3, okay, then comes our 4 and 6, okay, 4 and 6. So all these things are essential for eye movement, okay. Optic nerve is essential for vision. 3, 6 and 4 have been helpful for eye movements, eye elevation, pupillary constriction, lens accommodation, for all those things, okay. So next comes the 5, right? So here we have seen the 5 is the trigeminal, mainly essential for the sensory, is mainly essential for facial, okay, facial, tongue, mastication, biting, chewing. So the whole face has to come for the trigeminal. So then we will go with the 5. Okay, we'll go with the 5. Okay, so it is helpful for the facial nerves, tongue nerves, which is present over here, the tongue nerves, okay, and also for the mastication, biting, okay, biting, chewing, for everything the 5 is been essential. Next comes our 6th nerve, that is the abducens nerve, which we have already included over here, okay. Then comes our 7th nerve, which is also helpful for producing our what we say facial, yes, facial kind of thing. So again we'll go with the 7th. Okay, we have gone through the 7. You already know that we have pairs of okay, pairs of nerves, right? So 1 second. Yes, so we have seen here it is for facial nerve, right? For the taste, facial expressions, eye closing, salivation, lacrimization. So that is for the facial. So we have drawn the 7. Okay, we have drawn 7. Next comes our 8. 8 is for the ears, right? The 8 one is for the ears. So where it is here, if you can see nicely, yes. So 8 one is the vestibulo or cochlear, right? That is for ears. So we will draw the ears, okay, that is for our ears. Next comes the 9th one, which is the glossopharyngeal, that is our tongue. So here is the tongue, that is the 9, okay, that is the 9 for the ears. And then comes our 10th nerve, that is our vagus nerve, which is helpful for ear, skin, pharynx, larynx, okay, for our thorax, abdomen, everywhere it is present, but we can just include over here, okay, larynx, pharynx, everywhere it is present, so you can just write down over here, okay. Then comes our what we say, that is the okay, 11th is there, which is helpful for our shoulder movement, okay, shoulder movement and neck movement. So you can include the 11 over here, okay, that is the 11th one. And whereas the 12th, that is the hypoglossal, that is also for our tongue movement, so that also you can include over here. Okay, so this is only for your remembrance, so that if you just picturize this image, you can easily write what nerve is essential and for which organ it is been helpful for. So like one is essential for nose, that is smell, the optic, that is for eyes. 6 and 4 and 3 nerves are been essential for eye movement. Okay, and next coming to the 7th one, which is helpful for the facial nerves, and also the 5, that is the three regions. Okay, that is a trigeminal nerve, which is essential for the facial tongue, anterior one 2/3 of the tongue. Okay, which is having both motor and sensory nerves, right? Whereas motor nerve is helpful for mastication, that is our chewing and biting of the food. Okay, that is a 5, 7, 6. Next comes the 8. Okay, 8 is for our vestibulocochlear nerve, that is for ears, hearing and balance. And then comes our ninth nerve, that is the glossopharyngeal, that's why it is for the mouth and tongues. Okay, so it is helpful for tongue and pharynx. Next comes our 10th. Okay, 10th is the most important, that is the vagus nerve. Why it has got the vagus name? Because it keeps on wandering to the whole parts of the body, that's why it got that vagus vagrant. Okay, wandering nature. Okay, that's why it has got the vagus. It is also having both the sensory and the motor nerves, afferent and efferent nerves. It is also essential for the tongue, larynx, pharynx. Okay, whereas motorly it is also seen as a parasympathetic for lowering the heart rate, increasing the gastrointestinal motility, right, for all those things. And then comes our accessory nerve, accessory, that is the 11th one, that is the accessory or spinal accessory nerve, which is helpful for shrugging of our shoulders and movement of the head. Okay, neck region, on the neck region. Okay, next one is the 12th, which is also hypoglossal nerve. Okay, which is for the movement of our tongue. So this is how you can represent and easily remember the topic. Okay, so I will just give the screenshot of that cranial nerves from the brain and the midbrain region, like from there where they have been originated and remaining things. Like this diagram is there, no, that one I will be sending to you guys. Just you can write down running short notes with my topic with the diagram, so that it can be easily remembered for you guys. Okay.